Welcome.
Cute,
warm and fuzzy
special.
feeling.
I know,
So
very warm and
pretty.
My
fuzzy.
nipples are very rubbery. That's what's going on. Yeah.
Oh,
Why this only happens
This
on
is
my
how it
show?
starts. This is how it starts every week.
Not
It
even
starts
5
somewhere.
minutes.
Listen,
Welcome
5
to
seconds.
Kingdom of Nerds, first show of December and celebrating holidays with a new intro and our favorite holiday movies throughout the month. Hey guys, how are you guys doing today?
Good, good.
excellent.
A lot of fun mail
Yeah,
calls today that came, so I'm happy.
He
I'm
said
lucky
he
to get
did
some stuff.
that.
I
Yeah.
got a package today. Freaking huge package. So we got a bed. We got a new king size
What was
bed
his
that we
name?
just bought,
Oh, nice.
right? But the mattress was supposed to come until like Thursday, my day off, because I'm off for work. That shit was in the hallway today. But neighbors couldn't get through because it was in the middle of the hallway, and the neighbors couldn't grab the box. And
What?
it's like my neighbor texted me. She's like,
How big was his box?
You got to get one of those foam, kind of like Casper mattresses where they're all
it,
Rolled
so
up.
shrinked in.
So we have to put the mattress. We get the box. We get the frame. We got to open the mattress and put it on top of the frame so it can, like, you can't
Dom,
sleep on
this
it.
show is for official. This show is for official pop culture stuff only. Please keep your
It's pop culture. When I
Please
sleep,
keep
I
your
have
non-pop culture stuff in some other chat forum.
If it
Yeah.
doesn't have to do with the show, please put it in the general chat,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, sure.
It's adult problems, man. Moving beds
No, but
and
it's the
undoing
fact
beds is a
that
pain in the ass.
My neighbor couldn't get through because the box was so big. That was the whole thing. She couldn't go by.
Jeez.
I've had the same bed
We're
for
not
50 years. I'm good.
What?
Jesus,
You were 50 when you got that bed. Holy crap.
is it a race car frame bed? Is it like
Is it-
a?
Is it stuffed with
No.
straw?
Oh,
Is it stuffed
No,
with
it's a-
straw?
It's like the best mattress you could ever buy.
yeah, right.
King Coil.
All right, let's
You know
get
what's
into
crazy?
let's get
How they shove that mattress inside a box. So when you open it up, it goes boom.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm pretty sure you'll fit in a box.
It's like,
Dave,
Yeah, I
I thought
do.
you froze for a
at some
second.
point, we all do.
Hey, I can fit. Watch this from me.
It's kind of disturbing
let's-
that Sticks is sleeping on his parents' mattress that they had.
Oh my god. He was born in that mattress. All right, let's get this show rolling. Oops, a little behind the scenes stuff. We start out with some news, see what's going on. First, we'll start out with the box office for this weekend. Beyonce's Renaissance was number one with 21 million. Hunger Games with 14.5 million. Godzilla -1, 11 million. Trolls Band Together, 7.6. And Wish, 7.4 to round up the top 5.
Wasn't it opening weekend for Godzilla -1?
Yes.
It's been out.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
it
pretty-
only did
Do you know?
11.
But do you know how low the budget was for that
$15
movie?
million.
It was
Wasn't it 15
so,
million?
Yep, it was so
15
ridiculously low. They will make money on
That's
that
how you make a
movie.
movie, baby.
So,
You know,
Well, fair enough. But this movie had a lot of hype going into it. A lot of hype. Had a lot of word of mouth. They were promoting the shit out of this thing. I expected it to be on top of the list. That's all.
Yeah, it had the budget that a lot of horror movies have, and that's why horror movies do quite well, because they have lower budgets.
you know, and Godzilla movies released from Japan usually don't do well worldwide. I think this is the highest Godzilla movie released.
People have seen people
In the
who've
West.
seen this, and I know they said that they had a great time. It was a fantastic time in the movie. I wanted to go see this. I just been busy. I was trying to. I'm going to be off the next few days, so I might go check it out. But they said it's horror. They said it's action packed. It's everything you need. And they said it's one of the best Godzilla movies. They said it's great.
Hey, Mama Bear, welcome. Glad to see you here. AOA, they just watered down Godzilla. Dom.
No, they stop it. You see it? I'm trying to be nice and trying to be, but don't worry.
AOA
That's
poking the
okay.
bear.
Leave him alone, AOA. We like nice Dom. Let him be ranting Dom on Sundays.
Yeah. I was
No,
good
we
on
don't need him
Tuesdays.
to be ranting dumb on Sundays either.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Thay, welcome. How was hanging out with the boys on Sundays?
I enjoyed it. You guys were great.
Nice.
Awesome.
Next up, Verizon will bundle Netflix Max with ads for $10 per month. For you Verizon customers, this might make you happy. I hate ads. Well, that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know. I always pay extra to not have ads.
Me
Wait,
too.
what were the Netflix shows will have ads in them, and so will the Max shows?
Yes.
Yeah, with the Verizon bundle.
Yeah.
Well, actually, all streamers are going to come out with ads now. On they'll have a tier for ads now because that's how they're going to work things.
I mean,
Doesn't
Hulu-
matter. I'm
Hulu
still going to
always
pay
had
for no
that.
ads.
Hulu always had
Did you know
ads,
that?
and then they came out with the tier to not have ads. Now they're going to go the opposite one.
You know,
The
it's
only
funny.
problem- The only problem with the tier.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
The only problem with the tier that has no ads with Hulu is you can't get that because we like to pay. Me and my fiance like to pay that by the year. You know, we don't like to pay month to month. We just pay it for the year. And the Hulu one does not have a yearly payment for the no ads.
Well, I was told that the Hulu it's only no ads if it's a Hulu production. If it's a regular like another broadcasting company's production, that they'll still put ads in.
That,
Well,
that was just ABC.
I watch British soap, so there's no ads.
No,
I just started
Next time
watching
on Coronation Street.
Doctor Who on
Disney Plus?
what is it?
Disney Plus.
What's that? No,
Well,
what's the free
Doctor
one?
Who with Doctor Who, the ads are the best
Oh.
part. So
What's the
I-
free
Tubi
one?
or
I-
Pluto? Was it Tubi or Pluto?
That's crazy.
Tubi. And I've gotten used to the ads, which is weird. It's a nice break
The
to have the ads sometimes.
Max has all of the Doctor Who's from Eccleston to now. Well, with the exception of the new specials that just came out, like over the last couple of weekends, they have the whole run from Eccleston to Jodie Whittaker on Max. I found out the other night.
Yeah. I've been going. I started with the Fourth Doctor, and I'm going forward because I don't think I've watched any of the Doctors past the fourth up until they rebooted it in 2005. So it's
the
a fun
fourth-
watch.
The Fourth Doctor is the first one I remember from when I was a kid because like I said, I lived in the UK. So he was always my favorite Doctor. So, but until Tennant came along, and then him and Tennant kind of share the same spot for me for Doctors. But like I got to watch the other three Doctors before Baker, and they're actually pretty good. They're actually pretty good stuff.
It's funny. I was seeing online on Twitter people complaining that they turned Doctor Who gay with Tennant with this last special because he commented on a hot guy or whatever. And I'm looking back at all the Doctors; they were always flamboyant.
Yeah,
It was an unspoken
Baker
thing.
especially.
Yeah.
The Fourth Doctor was flamboyant as hell. Well, the thing is like, okay, so the same rules don't apply to Time Lords as they do to humans, because the Time Lords can be anything, and especially the one when they regenerate. There's always been jokes about, oh, I didn't wake up with breasts, until Jodie Whittaker happened, and then, but like,
right now, Styx is smiling from side to side that someone's talking about Doctor Who.
Those are
I had
called,
no idea we were going to talk this much about Doctor Who. Or
those are called.
I would
Right,
have
now that we have Dave, me, Sticks, and Dave could do like a whole Doctor Who thing.
yeah.
Have fun with that.
Have fun with that. You do that.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it, guys. If you want to do it,
We should do it.
yeah, we should.
Like an hour a week to talk about
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
We
could
could.
start like since all episodes on Tubi, we can go back and like talk about old episodes and everything.
If it means we don't have to talk about it here, that'd be great.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you.
On that note, next story. The Batman is now the most liked movie on Netflix in its first week of streaming. It broke all records.
I'm
Good.
glad
It's a good
they
movie.
love it on Netflix. That movie was boring as hell.
What?
Nah,
That was the most
it was-
exciting Batman ever.
It was. I felt it was a little bit longer than it needed to be, but it was a good movie. Batman
It was
always is.
45 minutes. It was 45 minutes too long. But now I will say, even though I thought it was a boring as hell movie, Pattinson did do a good job, and they gave us the noir Batman that we haven't gotten before.
Yeah.
And I like that. But for the most part, that story is boring as hell. The best part of that movie is the Penguin.
You know, a lot of people, I liked it because there was a lot of detective work that was done, and that is classic Batman. You know, you don't need to have Batman beating someone up every 2 minutes.
I just
You
wish
know,
that they had done. I just wish that they had
it could
done.
have been. It could have been 20 minutes shorter. I agree.
I
We
just
didn't need the
wish
whole
they had.
flooding of the city.
I just wish they had done the Hush storyline because that would have worked really good for this movie.
Yeah.
Well, I think the second movie is supposed to be based on that, right? Is it?
No, the second movie's gonna have Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Mr. Freeze. Let's get Arnold back as Mr. Freeze.
Oh God, no, no!
Be cold, Batman.
He could
Everybody
barely
please.
walk in the last Terminator movie. Come on.
Oh, geez.
Batman was outsmarted by the Riddler.
Yes, yes. he
Dude,
was.
that wasn't the Riddler. That was an incel on the internet.
And we know plenty of those.
Yeah.
Ah. All right, next up. Spider-Man Noir series that Amazon is set to bring on Steve Lightfoot, the Punisher, as a co-showrunner alongside writer Oren Uziel.
Is this going to be animated or is this going to be live
No,
action?
live action.
Live
Really?
action.
Live action.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. That would be cool. I like
Yeah.
Spider-Man Noir.
I'd prefer it be animated, but
Is it still gonna have Nick Cage's voice?
Nah, I don't know.
That'd be cool.
well, didn't Nick Cage just say he's doing like 3 or
He's
4 more movies and he's gonna transition to
He's gonna
TV?
retire.
Yeah, he wants to transition to television. He thinks he's only got like 10 more years left to live. Is what he said in that article.
His career
Well,
ended
you know
10
what?
years ago.
You know what? He's a weird individual. He might know the truth. You don't know. But
Dude,
Wait,
he
I'm
may
not
live.
wrong.
Dude,
Mandy
he's
was
one of those that's
wonderful.
gonna live forever. Okay.
He's made
What?
some good movies.
good movie and
I-
absurd movies, which you gotta love.
He's made crap, yeah, but he had tax problems and he started shitting out movies. But the man's made some goddamn good movies. So he
Come on,
gets
Con
past
Air.
that book.
Academy Award winning Con Air with that hair, that mullet he had.
Did anybody see The Color Out of Space? The
Oh, I
Lovecraftian
love
thing
The
he was
Color
in.
Out of Space.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
love
that movie was awesome.
beautiful. It's gorgeously filmed movie. It's a fantastic movie.
It's beautiful, man.
I liked
that movie.
it.
is
I liked
freaking
it more than
amazing.
Mandy.
There you go.
And
Is
Mandy
anybody
was
excited
good.
about this?
I am.
I am. I like the character. I think it's something different, something fun. This is what Marvel should be doing. They should be taking chances and doing some weird shit.
Well, they're gonna start doing a lot of one shots at Marvel, and kind of like what they did with Werewolf by Night. So maybe that'll work out.
I thought article came out. Or was that Degrassi that said
It was
They-
Degrassi.
Degrassi.
they're cutting those specials. The
They're
funding.
not
They're
cutting-
cutting those specials, but if they do the Marvel Spotlight stuff, they could still do short run series
Well, listen,
cheap.
Well, no, the specials is what they were going to pivot to. They're going to do longer form series, and then they're going to pivot to doing like specials to introduce characters instead of doing a whole 15 series show on one character. They're going to do like Marvel Spotlight things to spotlight like a character, and then they'll do like short run shows and the longer form shows for more important stuff. Is what Iger said the other day. So
yeah, Iger definitely isn't the person that should be talking to. He's an idiot. But
Give him hell, Dom. Give him hell. Tell me you really.
There goes nice Dom.
no. I'm just saying the fact is that, you know, if he did based on quality instead of quantity, we could have had a lot of stuff. A lot of shit. You know, there's a lot of characters in comic books. We know that, and everybody like DC was famous for Batman and Superman, Batman, Superman, and then everyone had to take chances. But then they started taking chances with different characters, and if it worked, it worked. The same thing with Noir. They took chances. They didn't have the X-Men franchise. They did do Guardians of the Galaxy. They did do a whole bunch of other stuff, but
oh hell, they brought the Avengers for being D tier heroes to A-listers. So
true.
and the thing
I
is,
like
and they did the same with the Guardians. And honestly, if you watch that Werewolf by Night special, it was freaking amazing.
No, it is. But it seems that they take 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. every time they do something, and it's like,
Well, with the failure of the Marvels, it looks like that Iger and may possibly let Feige actually do his freaking job instead of spreading him thin. And if we can get classic Feige back, I think it'll get better.
I just hate the fact that people blaming each other. It's like, oh yeah, it's this, no, it's that, it's this. Come on, you guys, fuck you guys. You know what you guys did. That's why just do shit right. Do what you were doing in the beginning that made things successful. And that's the problem. They're not following what they did, the blueprint of how they became.
You ain't catching that lightning in a bottle again.
Yeah, I think they're following the same formula. I just think that people are just tired of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
I really, they've had 30 some plus films. You can't have every movie a hit.
Look. The way I see it is this: I know what I'm waiting for to come to the MCU, and it's coming in a phase or two. And as long as I get
2035, 2035.
I want the X-Men stuff, and I want the Fantastic Four stuff. And
I won't be 65 when it comes out.
Yeah, tell you the truth,
I'll be 65. Yeah,
I wasn't the happiest with the MCU stuff that everybody wanted. The MCU that everybody has nostalgia glasses for. I'm not a really huge fan of the Avengers. I'm not a huge fan of the Guardians.
Nobody has ever been a huge fan of the. I've never met anyone that's a huge fan of the Avengers from a comic standpoint.
AOA.
I'm an Avengers guy. No, AOA loves Captain America, and I will always give him that. But Cap is 100% better as Cap.
Like I said, I've been holding on for over 10 years now for them to finally put the X-Men on screen, because I want to see what Feige does with the X-Men. Beyond that, I could care less. I'll watch them, and they're just a movie to me. I'm not a huge proprietor. I mean, the MCU is great. A lot of it's been good. But then again, it's like I told Brucifer, I pick and choose when it comes to the MCU. I don't watch everything. I don't have to. If there's a movie or show I don't want to watch, I can just go to YouTube and have somebody explain it to me for 5 minutes.
Well, look, you know what? Look, in the past, I've said things about certain movies and things like that. It's just, it's not fatigue. It's just, I'm telling bad writing and a lot of stuff. But writing has a lot to do with things, and you can throw anything in a movie. If you have good writing, people will definitely like it. If the writing is good, like, hey, you know what? All right, this is going on. But if something's really cool in the writing, like, oh, all right, at least the story was solid. We're not getting solid stories. And that's the problem.
It's formulaic. It all feels the same. When corporate hashes all this crap through, it all feels the same. It all has the same look and feel. Nothing feels different, looks different. And nobody wants to see 30 movies that look and feel the same. They need to pivot and do something different.
I see it differently, though. Okay, just remember, every entertainment is subjective. Okay, it's based on how you see it. I know people who think Pink Flamingos is the best movie ever made. I think it's horrible crap. Okay.
Oh, you're insane. That's a fantastic fucking movie.
Right.
Never badmouth John Waters again.
John Waters. Woo. Anyway,
look, there's a lot of interesting characters that are yet to portray on the screen, the big screen.
Oh, I will admit,
if they can get good writers to take some of these characters and do it, they can still make money. And look, I think the $3 billion movies are definitely off the table. We're not going to see that for a long time. We might not ever see that ever again. Never see $1 billion, close to $2 billion again. But if you have good quality writers that can take on projects that will make these characters, you can feel for these characters, you can get that feeling again. It's just they need to have.
I think Marvel has the same well, not as bad as Marvel and DC have the same problem, that the major characters are recognizable, their brand, and when you try to throw these lesser characters into a movie, people aren't willing to accept them. They're really not.
The people that like those lesser characters, they're going to be the ones that peruse the movie. The ones that don't. I mean, I still haven't seen Blue Beetle, and I hear it's great. But that's the thing. I was never a huge Blue Beetle fan. I was never a huge Blue Beetle fan, but I have friends that have told me it's great, and I'm going to watch it. I just haven't taken the time. But
Those
see, the thing is,
misled you.
My question is, my problem is this, and we mentioned Godzilla -1 earlier. They made that movie for $15 million, and it looks spectacular.
Mhm.
Why are our movies, and I'm not just talking about the MCU, I'm talking about why do movies in America go beyond the $100 million mark? Like, where is the money going? If Japan, if Toho can make a movie that looks that good for $15 million, why are our budgets for movies so inflated? Aside from people wanting cocaine, I guess. I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they had a man. They had actors in those monster suits. They weren't CGI.
Well, no, but that's a problem. Okay, one major problem is the
Mm-hmm.
overabundance of CGI in American movies. I've always said with horror movies, practical effects are much better than seeing CGI in a horror movie. Okay? And there are certain things that these big blockbuster movies need to look at. Otherwise, the companies are going to take hits badly. I mean, there have been very few movies that actually didn't bomb this year or lose money. And part of that's, like Brucifer and I have said before, part of that's just economics right now. People are pivoting more towards streaming than they are towards, going to the movie theater because it's cheaper. And I think that's part of it too. So,
and I will give it to Toho. The last two Godzilla movie special effects have been great. You can't say that about the 5 before that.
Well, no.
But also with CGI, look at American Werewolf in London. Almost a perfect movie. American Werewolf in Paris comes out, they CGI the whole thing. Horrible movie.
Well, that's what I mean by horror movies with CGI. There was a bad glut in the late 90s, early 2000s where they stopped using practical effects because everybody wanted to use CGI in their movies. And you can definitely tell the difference in practical effect blood and CGI blood. Okay? There's a distinct major difference there. It doesn't look right. So with horror movies,
Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, 1979, George Romero used freaking shrimp cocktail.
Tom Savini.
Yeah, Tom Savini. Shrimp cocktail for the blood when they ripped the guy open and then we eaten out of the guy. That was shrimp cocktail. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I actually got to meet Tom Savini. I took a makeup artist class with Tom Savini for a weekend in Dallas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Years ago, it was fun. He was fun.
He's a great guy.
He's an amazing dude. Hilarious.
Oh, I'm just hoping that Steve Lightfoot can add the same Punisher-like feel from Netflix to the Spider Noir series.
I do too. And look, I look forward to just about every Marvel project, whether I watch it the first day it comes out or not. I still want to see things, do okay. And honestly, it's like I've told people before. Even if they stop making the huge strides they did in the first couple of phases, these movies are going to go on for a very long time from now. They're never going to totally go away.
They need to. This is the time they need to start experimenting. See if some other things take on a cheap budget.
I agree.
Where there's no major I mean, there really isn't. They could talk about Kang all they want. There's no major story arc right now. Nobody gives two shits. Nobody knows if Jonathan Majors is going to be around. Nobody knows any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So experiment. Do some weird shit now.
But I tell you, we're about to get Secret Wars and Deadpool 3. That's going to be some weird experimentation for you.
Oh, don't remind me of Deadpool 3. It seems like the whole freaking movie's been leaked online already with all those set photos.
Parts of it.
It's going to be 8 million cameos of dumb shit.
Are a lie just to throw people off, because.
Yeah,
I think that's a lie.
True too. A lot of set photos are lies or not fully realized or whatever. There's a lot of things that the studios do to throw you off their scent. I mean, we know about the trailers for Infinity War that had Hulk in them, and he was never in the frickin' movie.
Yep.
Feel better, Pete. Mr. COVID from Florida sucks.
Dude, COVID's horrible.
Yeah, I got COVID in Texas, man. Not fun.
Stay out the South.
I've had COVID 3 times, and because these idiots down here don't like to mask, ugh.
All right. Next up, Nicolas Cage hints that he's ready to retire from making movies, that television may be the next phase of his acting career. Like I said, his career ended years ago. He
Dude,
hasn't realized it.
I
but
want to
it
see
has.
this guy. I want to see this guy do westerns.
He had a Western movie. He had a movie that came out that he was a killer and he became a family man, and then they came back and did some with his wife, and it's like I forgot the name of it. It was a Western that he did.
I think he should do more of them.
What's your thoughts on this, Jedi?
On him doing westerns.
No, him retiring or giving up his career. His last couple movies bombed.
Yeah, he just seems to be. He's kind of, for different reasons probably, but he's kind of doing. I put him in the Bruce Willis class right now. He's just kind of doing all kind of crazy stuff that it just seems like he's taking any role he can get. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. He's not doing anything interesting as far that I want to see. But maybe a Western would be good. He's done some great movies in the past. Agree with everyone that said that. But he hasn't done anything. Even Renfield was okay, but it
was hilarious, but it wasn't the best movie.
It was not hilarious.
He always surprises me because he does a string of really just like cheap, shitty, I'm gonna get a paycheck movies, and then he does like one movie, and I'm like, oh shit, this is what I forgot why I love Nick Cage.
Yeah, well, Bruce Willis did that. Bruce Willis did that too for the longest time. He'd be in a string of horrible movies, and then he'd have a good one. You know.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, that's what I said a while ago. I didn't mean like right now. I mean, it's obvious you can't do anything now because of health reasons.
Mama Bear says, Dom, that described most of Nick Cage's movies. We got Cosmic One. Nick Cage is a legend. All his movies are great. I'm glad you feel that way.
I don't know. I think Nick Cage does movies that people like if you like Nick Cage. Like he did the movie, what was it, Joe or something like that? And I watched that. It wasn't a bad movie. Some might say it was a good movie. But it doesn't seem like he's a blockbuster actor anymore.
Did anybody see? Well, when was he really ever a blockbuster actor? He had a couple of really good movies in the '90s. He's always been.
Con Air was good.
Con Air was good.
The Rock.
Yeah, but those were not blockbuster movies for him so much as the other people that were in them.
No, I disagree.
Face Off
was him.
Yeah, Face Off.
That was good.
Leaving Las Vegas.
He did have National Treasure was a blockbuster.
Raising Arizona.
I like National Treasure franchise. I thought
Valley
that was
Girl,
a fun franchise.
his first movie.
The National Treasure series was a good series, yes. But like movies like Raising Arizona, those are not like hit movies. They're good movies. Don't get me wrong, and I love Raising Arizona. It's the first Nick Cage movie I ever saw, but frankly, it's not a blockbuster. It's not like what you would consider like a top of the charts movie.
Well, when he did Valley Girl, that was a top
Valley Girl.
movie.
So great.
Yeah, but doing well at the box office doesn't always generate it being a good movie or not being a good movie.
Also, do you remember? And I'm going to build on what you just said a minute ago. Movies that bomb. And since we've had quite a few this year that have not done well, box office, like you said, does not always engender a good movie. Okay, just means a lot of people went to see it. There are a lot of movies that we see as classics, especially guys our age would see as classics that did horribly at the box office. But
I agree with AOA,
and we.
I agree with AOA. 1 second. I agree with AOA. This is probably the only Nicolas Cage movie I really love. Peggy Sue Got Married.
Oh,
such a great movie.
That movie.
Such a great movie.
It is a great movie. But like I said, he'll do a string of crap, and then he'll do something like Color Out of Space, where I'm like, oh.
Did you see Pig?
Pig.
The movie Pig.
That's what this picture's from. That's on the screen.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
Yeah,
like I said, he he does I got to pay the bill movies, and then he does some good projects that are peppered in. It's just the crap that he's just kind of throwing out there tends to blind us from some of the good stuff.
True. All right, moving on. Marvel Studios to confirm the 3 shows that are coming to Disney Plus in 2024. Echo, X-Men 97, Agatha Darkhold Diaries, and that's it. A lot of projects are missing from this list.
Yeah, well, it's because they had to push them off because of the strikes and everything else.
Yeah.
That again, I'm telling you, this a lot of this is proof that they're going to pivot at Marvel. The stuff that they've pushed off, and the fact that from what it seems like Bob Iger was saying the other day, he's going to give more control back to Kevin Feige, and if he does that, things will change. Feige is not bad at what he does. I mean, that's proof positive from the first couple of phases. But what happened is they strangled him with Phase 4 with way too much to do.
I'm from this list. I'm really excited for Echo and
Echo
Agatha.
looks good.
I have a feeling that Agatha is going to be surprise hit because I love that actress so much.
Now, this X-Men 97 show, that's actually picking up from the last season of the original animated series.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
And that should be good. They've got some of the I did in September, I did a video con basically for the X-Men 60th anniversary thing from Marvel. And they were talking to the original show people from the X-Men animated series. And they were saying that they're basically picking up with a lot of the same like chords that were left hanging. And that's what they're going to draw into this next series here. So I'm looking forward to it because I still love the original animated series.
Magneto is supposed to be leading the X-Men, something like that.
Yeah, because at the end of
the horrible purple costume. Ugh.
Yeah.
At the end of season 5, Xavier went into space with his Shi'ar, so
yeah,
that's why Magneto's going to be leading the X-Men.
You guys excited for any of these projects, guys?
Echo.
I'm looking forward to Echo. It looks violent as hell.
Yes,
I think I agree with Brucifer. I think the Agatha thing's going to surprise us. But then again, I liked WandaVision. I thought it was an interesting concept. So also, it's going to have her Wanda's adult children, or rather teenage version of her children, quote unquote, with Agatha.
Does that mean Mephisto is going to be in this, guys? Did we get those first appearances of Mephisto's out?
Nightmare, Mephisto.
We may get Nightmare. I'm not sure that they'll do. I don't think they'll jump straight into Mephisto, but we might get Nightmare.
But what's his name? Sacha Cohen is supposed to be playing Mephisto.
Yeah, that's been a rumor for like a year though.
Yeah, he might be playing him. He might be playing him in Ironheart when it finally comes out.
Yeah, I don't know if we've learned anything from Marvel and Star Wars and things like that. It's set your expectations of all these reveals excessively low because very little is ever really revealed.
Yeah, and they do that on purpose too. A lot of that is like Dom said a little while ago. It's all misdirection. A lot of the time, the studios, I mean, they've been doing it since Star Wars came out. What the original project name for Star Wars: A New Hope was Blue Harvest. I mean, and it was that they were putting out rumors it was a horror movie, just to keep people off of the set, basically. So, Hollywood has a precedent for doing that. So,
yeah. All right, next up. Spider-Man freshman year and Marvel Zombies are both officially confirmed to not release in 2024, even though they were slated to.
You know what? I understand the X-Men. They wanted to get the one animated cartoon. The X-Men.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming. You know, Spider-Man freshman year. I'm not too. I love Spider-Man. That's my favorite Marvel character. But I don't know. The freshman year, it looked. I don't know.
Well, my problem with it is at SDCC they said that Spider-Man freshman year isn't actually our 616 Spider-Man. It's another reality
variant.
So it's a variant.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Now I'm looking forward to Marvel Zombies though.
I
I'm
Listen, they
okay
did a
with no
great job
zombies.
in the What If
I
with the
care
Marvel
less about
zombies. I really enjoyed that arc.
Yeah.
And I love when the way they did it. So to get something like that, just all Marvel zombies, that's kind of that's awesome.
Dude,
You know,
what ifs coming out one a day for the 9 days of Christmas, which is going to be
I know.
interesting.
I wasn't a big fan of the first What If. It didn't really wow me.
Couple of
But
them
they
were
did
good. Couple of them were mediocre.
Animation was fantastic.
The animation was great though.
I wanted to see stories. I wanted to see characters that they didn't put in movies. I want to see other people. You know, it was
wanted
just
an
like
anthology.
okay, yes.
I did not want a story arc. I wanted an anthology.
See, they're doing what ifs on all the characters that happen in the Marvel universe. Nothing like the comic book. The comic book was based on the comics. They said that when they first came out. So kind of
but it would have been a good media to introduce minor characters, obscure characters.
There's gonna be differences with this What If, the second season of What If, because they're doing multiversal variants more than they did with the first one. So like there's one that's some sort of car race or vehicle race that I've seen. There's one that takes there's one that goes back to 1602, the 1602 storyline. There's one about Happy Hogan of all people.
Yep.
So I mean, I think they do okay with these. It just depends on what story you wanna look at. And I mean, I would like the anthology one too, but I think until they add more characters in the actual MCU, it's gonna be hard to do that.
Yeah. Next up, Disney has confirmed that 2 Star Wars shows will release on Disney Plus in 2024. Star Wars The Acolyte, Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
I am looking forward to The Acolyte.
I am pissed off because there's no Bad Batch. Where's Bad Batch?
Bad Batch ends with the season that's coming out soon.
I know. They were supposed to be. I thought it was coming out this year, but now it seems like it might not be coming out this year. And
I thought it was coming out this year.
It's coming out this year, isn't it?
No, in December.
It wasn't mentioned. It wasn't mentioned in the when they were talking about.
Hold on, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Hold on.
I thought it came out in December.
No, it was supposed to come out. They said spring, but now they pushed things back. We don't even know. So is it only the live actions that are getting 2 live actions and maybe 1 animated, and that's it? And you know what? These are both new shows. I'm still waiting on the Acolyte because
3 days ago it said it was going to debut in February of 24.
Yeah, they just dropped a trailer a few days ago. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. They didn't mention it. They said the unit project are coming out of this, which I was looking forward to too, but
maybe they're only announcing live action stuff.
Yeah.
They're not counting the animated.
Marvel talk X-Men, the X-Men cartoon, so why couldn't they put the cartoon here too?
Yeah, but those were all yeah. That's your point.
I'm still looking forward to the Acolyte.
Yeah, I'm still holding my breath on the Acolyte because like I told Marco, I said this movie, if this show does not prove itself, it's going to be
it's something different. Let them do something different.
Well, you know what I said. You heard what I said the other night on the Sunday show, Dom. I want something outside of the Skywalker saga. I want something Star Wars that's outside of Skywalker.
I know
that 60 years of history has been overdone.
Look, I know. And look, I understand where you're coming from too, and I know like they're trying these new projects, but like at the end of the day, when you say in a statement that you're not going to have any starship battles or laser guns, and it's just going to be lightsaber battles, this and that, you kind of sit there and scratch your head. Star Wars is about wars, and about you have to have space battles. That's what all the movies had, space battles.
It got wars in the name.
Wars, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm happy for something different.
You know,
we're going to see them do something different. And
we're getting trolled. We're getting trolled from the chat, y'all.
they said this will have more Jedis than any other project they've done, right? Shouldn't you be happy about that?
But there's also
more lightsabers.
There's also a Sith storyline going on too, which I'm interested in.
that's the only thing I'm interested in because it's the bad from the bad point of view, which is kind of cool. But I don't know. I'm still. We'll see.
His two projects for two sides of the fandom. One side of the fandom that loves the Jedi lore, the Force, Sith, and then they have something, just a crew of a ship, just escaping with kids. You could choose to watch both. You could choose to watch one or the other, but you have options.
Goonies in space is what I've heard they call the skeleton crew thing.
I'm definitely not watching it now.
That sounds fucking stupid.
Well, listen, they said the rumor that Urkel might be playing Hondo. Who knows?
Hondo. You still want Hondo? Dom, where are you?
Did I do that?
I'm here.
That is kind of positive, Dom. People's not used to this positive Dom.
I'm trying to get ready for the new year to be a much better person.
Turning over a new leaf.
Nice.
All
right.
Next up,
horror filmmaker Gary Dauberman signs first look deal with Screen Gems Sony Pictures exclusive. Currently, he was set to work on Stray Dogs, which if you haven't read Stray Dogs, please pick that up. Trade up and read it. It's a really great story. If you love dogs and serial killers, it's great.
I'm gonna have to check into that one.
Yeah, Trish and Tony put together a nice story.
It's like the art is like a Disney animated movie.
Christopher, there's something I want to blame you for. I'm getting into more independent comics again because of you.
What did I do?
You with your suggestions.
I've only read like 3 independents in the last couple of weeks.
You with your suggestions. That's what you did.
What do you guys think about this? Sony locking him down.
Good.
Good work.
Eagles just told me I love positive Dom.
Good.
Good.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing.
Dom
we'll see if it goes anywhere.
Dom's blushing.
That's impossible. Italians don't blush. Do we, Dom? Do we? Not at all. We don't blush.
We just get spaghetti sauce on our shirt.
It's either we get either blush or we get flushed.
Probably. Jedi. Exactly. Did you guys read Stray Dogs?
Yeah.
I started it. I think I read the first issue and then I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
It's great dark
story. Not because it was bad, just because I picked up something else probably.
I think that his outbursts are cute, but imagine living with that 24/7. I take the quiet when I can get it.
Hey, Dom, it's like I said the other night. The love of a good woman will make you a positive man.
Exactly.
It's what it's done to me. It's what it did to me.
I like smiling Dom.
I like when Dom smiles.
Watching Vision. All you need is your wife and boba.
That's it. Give me that and I'm good.
Well, which one's first?
She's like, which one's first?
The wife, always.
The wife, always.
No comment. No comment.
You knew it.
No, of course. No, but...
Next up, Deadpool 3 will feature appearances from more X-Men characters as revealed in new set photos. I didn't want to put the set photos up because I didn't want to spoil anything for anyone. But it seems
I'll
like
believe it when I actually see the movie.
There's going to be 50 million cameos in this, more than
Well, it's supposed to be based. It's supposed to be based on Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but it's going to be Deadpool kills the Fox universe. So
you're going to get a bunch of old Fox X-Men characters that make cameos for 2 seconds and probably get killed off, or
that can barely fit into their costumes anymore. Just saying.
No, the whole thing is that I'm looking forward to it. It sounds really good, but I just hate the fact that they're saying this, and then when we see the actual product, it's not going to be what they're saying. And you sit there scratching your head and go, didn't they just say this or say that?
As long as they make it an R-rated movie and don't take that part away.
As
they said they would, but
look, Ryan Reynolds has always been good as Deadpool. He's a good actor. I trust him, and he's got a lot of creative consultants on this movie. So I trust it. It's gonna be a good movie.
He plays Deadpool in every role he does. Just say he's just playing himself. at this point.
He played Deadpool in Wait Service. You remember Wait?
In Waiting. Yes, he was
Waiting,
Deadpool in Waiting.
Movie.
Yeah.
That movie is amazing. The sequel, not so good, but the original, wonderful.
Come on, Van Wilder was good too.
Oh, Van Wilder!
Dude, Van Wilder was
I've seen
amazing.
Wilder so many times. Oh, so good. When he's giving a girl a oil massage and he slips across the room.
Across the,
Set the room on
out
fire.
the window
Sorry.
into the pool.
Ryan Reynolds' best movie is Just Friends. That's I'll go down that rabbit hole because him in that fat suit was the best thing I've ever seen.
Never
His
seen
best
it.
movie is Buried.
You've never seen Just Friends, Bruce?
No.
That's your weekly assignment for this week.
Listen, I'm still working on a Christmas. A Nightmare Before Christmas. I can't. I had to stop. I couldn't get through it.
You couldn't get through A Nightmare Before Christmas?
I fell asleep. And then I woke up. I'm like, I'll watch it later. And never did.
That's actually a pretty good movie for what it is.
I like that movie. That's a good movie. It's a good Halloween/Christmas movie.
Yeah, it is.
Halloween movie. Going to Christmas Town doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it
Having
does.
a Christmas tree in the background doesn't make it a Christmas
Yes, it
movie,
does.
but here we are.
Go on, sir.
Yeah, by the way, Die Hard's a Christmas movie now. We'll die
Yes,
on
it
that
is.
hill.
Yes, it is.
Jeez.
Yes, it is.
It's
Just like Gremlins, Christmas movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
Hey, so
Lethal
It takes
Weapon
place at
1.
Christmas time, at least.
Look,
Lethal Weapon.
Gremlins, really? Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon 1 is a Christmas movie, and Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I will die on those hills, I swear.
I mean, Gizmo was a goddamn Christmas present.
Yes, he was.
It was.
Yep.
And an adorable one at that.
Yes.
It was Grogu before Grogu.
Yeah, exactly. He was Grogu with fur.
There will be no bad talking Doctor Who on this stream, Brooklyn. Just saying. Praise Doctor Who here.
I agree.
Well, Brucifer, let's be honest. Brooklyn thinks you, me, and Marco were all Kathleen Kennedy inserts. So
That's fine. I'll take her money anytime. She can do whatever she wants to me.
dude,
Kathleen
that woman,
Kennedy insurgents.
that woman has been involved with so many movies. It's not even funny, and a lot of them we consider classics. So.
Oh, Jesus. Why? Really?
It's a test, Tom. It's a test.
You see, Trey. You see, that's the whole thing. They love to troll me when it comes to. They know my trigger points.
They're gonna. Dom's gonna pull a Pacino. You pulling me back in?
Tried to walk
Every
away.
time I try to walk away, they pull me back in.
Meep. Meep was a great character.
Meep, okay, but Meep means something different to me. Before that Doctor Who special, if you ever watched American Horror Story, the Freak Show season, Meep was a character in that, and he died horribly. I still haven't gotten over it.
Oh, jeez.
Crazy Joe. Kathy Kennedy is the GOAT, as the kids would say.
Wait, looks like a goat or is a goat?
She did not just get coffee, Brooklyn. Come on.
That's what Max says.
Right?
Pastries as well.
She was a plumber as well.
Hey,
next up, the George Santos movie is in development at HBO.
Oh dear God!
Films.
Does this man need any more press? Does this man need any more press?
This guy alone. He went back to playing. He was playing for what basketball team? He went back to forward or something. He was playing. He said that he played for one of the NBA teams.
Oh jeez.
I don't know.
It's like he said, like the Golden State Warriors. Like I forgot he was going back to play basketball.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, what the hell? He's nuts. It's funny though.
Watered down, Tom. AOA is freaking picking on you. Anybody excited for this?
I really don't give a shit. I don't care.
This is such a waste of a film crew, a director, and a writer.
Dude, I see this like I see the Dick Cheney movie, okay?
Hey, that was a actually a good movie.
It was
done exceptionally well.
It was. My fiance is very left, and she made me watch the Dick Cheney movie about a month ago. That was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen, and it explains a lot.
It was a fun movie for what it was. It was a fun movie. This just I have no desire nor care.
Yeah, this is a shit show, train wreck.
This guy doesn't even. This guy has put out so many stories about himself. He doesn't even know who he is.
His mother was dead.
I don't know why anyone gives a shit. He was literally in Congress for a year tops, and now he's gone. Who gives a shit? You got a senator in New Jersey hiding gold bars in his goddamn house in jackets and tens of thousands of dollars. Nobody gives a shit. Who cares? They're all corrupt. Nobody wants to see this shit.
All politicians have their problems.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is? We sit here.
Yeah, they're in politics.
They have us fighting on who's who, left and right. They all in the same cahoots with each other. They split us up on purpose because they sit there. They play with our emotions. They play with who we are. You know,
Exactly, Dom. Exactly. It's like I tell people, none of them give a damn about the people.
Exactly.
They all they care about is furthering their own careers.
Yep. And making money. Which angle can make them money and which angle can put them at the top. And that's
I mean, look at how many of them are millionaires.
For almost.
So look, I'll be look at COVID. Look at all the people that made money in COVID. And the people that were homesick or the people that were laid off of work, they were struggling trying to make money, trying to get money. They didn't want to give us unemployment. They didn't want to give us any of those things. And these pharmaceutical companies, and they're making billions. So,
dude, don't get me started on the pharmaceutical companies. My dad had to take a heart pill before he passed called Cardizem. It cost us $1,200 a month, even with insurance.
Jesus,
$1,200 a month for a drug that keeps the man alive.
That's crazy.
It's Ubats. It's Ubats, man.
It's just nuts. It's just the way you think this. But when you sit there and you watch the shows like Fox or you watch CNN and they have two different perspectives and you don't know who to believe, that's why, you know what, at the end of the day, you do your own thing.
Stop watching cable news. Watch local news.
You know, it's all
dude. Even local news is full of corruption these days.
Yeah, everything is freaking. Look, the only thing I can honestly say is that either the weather is a friggin' lie or the traffic. I thought it was gonna be a smooth drive. There's traffic over there. They didn't say anything on the traffic report. Son of a bitches.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over there, and I'm gonna stay over there.
Exactly.
Don't come back over here. I'm gonna go over there.
Enough breath on this guy. Next up, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling will star as the parents of Danny and Debbie Ocean in Ocean's 11 prequel set during 1962 Monaco Grand Prix. The film follows the couple as they teach their children how to steal from the rich.
No.
Interesting.
No.
Interesting concept. They work well together. They prove that.
Interesting concept. They do work well together.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a horrible concept.
Wait,
the beauty of Danny Ocean is the mystery behind Danny Ocean. He's goddamn Frank Sinatra. You just let that shit sit.
Hey, guitar.
Don't touch it.
Dude, we almost made Joe have an apoplectic fit with this one.
That's just awful. I'm sorry. It's just why I hate delving into characters that don't need to be delved into. It's just
with the current obsession with prequel movies, this was bound to happen eventually anyway.
Yeah. I've never seen any of the Ocean movies.
Ocean's 11 is good. Ocean's
did I miss
12
anything?
Not so much.
Ocean's the 11. Original. Watch the original with Frank and Dean and Sammy.
Definitely.
Watch the original because that's new.
But the remake of Ocean's 11 at least was okay. It wasn't as good as the original. But Ocean's 12
cast. It was fun.
Ocean's 12 was horrible.
Yeah. The all woman one was actually pretty watchable.
Yeah, it was.
Ocean's 8 was that? I forget how they numbered that one, but that one was actually okay. I enjoyed that one.
And with the success of Barbie, they're going to put these two together anytime they can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Ryan Gosling, I think Ryan Gosling is a good actor. And Margot Robbie, of course, is great with what she does. So these two together, they work well. I mean, I haven't seen Barbie yet, so I don't know exactly what their chemistry is, but I've heard they work well together. So
yeah. I mean, I don't want to see a movie about how David Copperfield learned to be a magician.
I do.
Who? Why? Why?
Listen,
I like to see behind the curtain, buddy.
The goddamn mystery.
Joe, some people like a look behind the curtain. Some people like a look behind the curtain, Joe.
Listen,
and I've been behind a lot of curtains in bars in the 90s, just saying. And
he's going there already.
Already. It's an hour in.
Ryan Gosling,
This is
great in
late.
The Notebook. Margot Robbie, great in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There you go.
Yeah.
I like
Have you seen I, Tonya with her in it?
Yes,
that movie was
hilarious.
hilarious.
Movie.
That movie was hilarious.
She's absolutely great in that movie.
Crazy Joe says, I hate the original Rat Pack version. The remake is definitely better. Woo.
I do. I love the remake. Don't get me wrong, but I still love the original Rat Pack
Joe.
version. Sammy Davis Jr. is amazing in that movie.
Joe, I'm gonna cut you off again, Joe. Don't start. Don't insult the Rat Pack. Do not.
But listen, Cannonball Run with Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin, classic.
Yeah.
So
it's good stuff.
Surprised somebody hasn't decided to make a
real
real dirty Rat Pack movie. Where is it? I want the grit. I want the killing. I want the drinking. I want everything.
Behind the curtain.
Casino.
Yeah, Casino.
Yeah, true.
That got close. And also, The Godfather, the character in The Godfather, he's
Mo Green?
Not Mo Green. He's based on
on
Bugsy Siegel. I'm talking about Vince Fontaine. Fontaine was based on Sinatra.
Mm-hmm. You can act like a man. Sorry, I'll just throw that out there.
Hey,
You're
look,
right.
You can act like a man as long as I don't end up with a head in my bed, okay? Dom the other day talking about an Ewok head in somebody's bed.
Yeah, right.
Made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
That's funny.
Yeah, except for in this case, he made him an offer he couldn't understand. Anyway.
Exactly.
All right, next up. Robert Downey Jr. on if he acts like Tony Stark in real life. I ain't him. I'm just a fucking actor. I'm just a guy who does have a very interesting past, who does not regret it, who wished to shut the door on it. I think that translates.
And he's perfectly correct.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Tony Stark is ridiculous.
I could think of no better actor to play Tony Stark than the things that he's gone through in his life.
Yeah.
And that's why he was such a good Tony Stark. That he looks like Tony. I mean, like, quite frankly, that is Tony Stark. It's almost like the comic book come to life. But the thing is he's got every right to say he's not Tony Stark because too many people take that too seriously these days. We have to understand these people are just playing people. And a lot of the younger generation doesn't get that idea. They get stuck on one actor playing a role. He was just the best at it that we've seen so far.
Exactly.
The question should have been, how much of you is in this character?
Yeah.
Exactly. That would be the better question.
Yep.
Because I will tell you this, as an actor, I did a lot of stage acting through high school, through university, and actual stage work. I used to do stage plays for a place called Casa Manana down here in Texas, which is a big playhouse. And you have to put a little of yourself in every character that you do. It's the only way that you can make anything make sense. And the Demon in a Bottle storyline that always comes up with Tony Stark in the comics and how he was an alcoholic and everything. And he, because of his past, because of his addiction problems and everything, he was really good at playing Tony Stark. There you go. There you go.
Right there.
What's the grade? 8.5. Oh, that's good.
Nice. was nice.
You know, that's probably like the only good Iron Man story besides Armor
Then Civil War, and Civil War wasn't really good for Tony.
Yeah,
Stark.
let's not mention the crossing ever.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that the crazy thing is that Disney was very hesitant on having him play Iron Man, and
Yeah.
John Favreau really pushed the the stakes at him to give him a chance. And if it wasn't for Disney giving him a chance, we wouldn't have the MCU the way it is. We don't know what the MCU would have been like if you really, think about it. But he made a lot of money.
Crazy Joe wants to know if anybody has the Green Arrow cover where he learns that it's Speedy's a junkie.
I
have it somewhere. I have both covers.
I have a
Dude, Joe dropped himself in the middle of a conversation.
Jedi dropped himself too. What happened?
He's all right. He's tired.
Yeah. No, but the only reason I said about Joe is because, Joe, did you hit the button while you were about to talk?
Still pissed off about Ocean's 11. just kidding.
It's the apoplectic fit. I'm telling you. Hey man, we all have them.
I love my Rat Pack. I'm sorry.
Oh, I do too.
You know, all actors get the same thing.
I got Frank right there.
Yeah. There we go.
He did it his way. I did it my
way.
You know, anybody that has never seen the Green Lantern cover, Green Arrow cover, that's it right there. That's one of them.
Yep.
And the other one.
My ward is a junkie.
You see, a lot of actors get this. And you know what the sad thing is? That you have a lot of people believing, you know, it goes back to like the Friends skit. Remember Drake and Maury? They're figuring that he was playing, and Brooke Shields was in it. He goes, "Is there a doctor? Here, you're a doctor right here." She couldn't like relate to reality and fantasy.
Yeah.
She thought it was real. But people out there, that there are people like that. If you really think about it, out there that believe that these characters are actually the characters from the comics or whatever they put them in, and sometimes they get harassed, and that's the problem sometimes with Hollywood. You know, a lot of sickos and crazies out there. You know.
Huh. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Sorry about that. But this leads right into a quote from Kevin Feige.
Yep.
Said they will not resurrect Iron Man. We are going to keep that moment and not touch that moment again. We all worked very hard for many years to get to that. We would never want to magically undo it in any way. He gave this quote to Vanity Fair.
You know what? We'll probably get Iron Man. It'll be a different version of Iron Man, but Tony Stark,
Rhodey or something.
Yeah. Well, the Tom.
Or
Cruise
we'll get a younger actor.
Yep.
That'll play a variant. Or we may actually finally see the Tom Cruise variant.
Tom Cruise, superior Iron Man.
God no. People are holding those.
Actually, pretty good. Why? Jedi would love that because Jedi's a Tom Cruise fan. Yeah, I like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the name of that run? That future Iron Man, alternate Iron Man.
Iron Man?
No, it wasn't Invincible.
Superior.
Are you talking about?
Iron Man 2020?
Superior Iron Man. Superior.
Yeah, Superior. The one where he was actually Dr. Doom.
Yeah, that was a good story. He was in the whole white. He had the nanotech. That
Yep.
The white costume. But
BK says Neil Adams is the greatest. That swine Marco will be held to account.
Neil Adams was really good. I did enjoy Neil Adams' art, but
well, I'll tell you this: if they do bring back Iron Man, I want to see down the road. Eventually, you're going to have to bring back some of the characters that people love. You're going to have to do a small reboot. Like Secret Wars is going to be
at some point.
Well, Secret Wars is going to soft reboot the MCU.
Yeah.
And when they do, they probably will bring in younger versions of the original Avengers characters. Yep. Because they're gonna pull the whole it's what they did with Warworld and Battle World in the 2016 run for Secret Wars. It's basically going to be their version of Crisis on Infinite Earths. They're going to bring it together with different actors from different parts of the multiverse.
Is Crazy Joe making a dead Neil Adams joke?
Crazy Joe.
Okay, Crazy Joe.
I haven't seen that.
Crazy Joe. We're not friends anymore, Crazy Joe. We're not friends at all anymore.
God damn you, Joe.
He's lying down on the job, I tell you.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
We can't be friends anymore, Crazy Joe. It's okay. We just can't be friends no more.
All right. Well, since we brought up since I brought up Neil Adams or Nick Hardy, better artist, who would you choose?
I take Nick Hardy. His career arc is I like a lot better.
Oh, boy.
There's a reason for that, Crazy Joe.
Holy shit!
One does not work from the afterlife.
Tell that to Tupac.
Right.
Well, the whole fact is that they have to freaking what's his name? Michael Turner has art that's still coming out, and he's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
You know, so why can't Neil Adams have like art that's sitting there that eventually?
Oh, you see what Marvel's doing with freak was it crap? I can't.
None of it matters because Steranko's still alive. So that's. He's gonna outlive us all.
You're horrible. I don't know. I think that they're not going to reset this for like another 5-6 years.
Well, Secret Wars comes out in what, 26, 27? So
no, they did 28, more like 28.
28. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. You know, we're almost 2024, so yeah. But still, it's coming, and I'm telling you, it will eventually get here. There will be a soft reboot. There will be younger actors put in those roles because they want to be able to use them for another decade.
And we'll get close to the X-Men movie if they're gonna make an X-Men movie, which I don't think they are. I think it's gonna make movies and have mutants in them and like mix up characters. I don't think X-Men is gonna come back because X-Men is such a the term of this day and era. You know, X-Men. If you have women on the team, you can't call them X-Men. That's what
they talked about they were going to call it the mutants, which
they're going to call it X-Men.
They'll end up. Look, the brand recognition will still play through. If that was going to be the case, they wouldn't be doing X-Men 97. They would have. When
was Phoenix? When was that Dark Phoenix X-Men movie? When was that? 2018?
3-4 years ago, 2020.
Did it come out in the pandemic? It came out in the pandemic, right? Because of
No, New Mutants came out in the pandemic. Hold on.
No, New Mutants.
I think Dark Phoenix came out.
2019.
Yeah, pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
Yeah.
I don't
Just
think they're
before
going
the
to
pandemic.
change it. You know, men can mean women and men, so they're not going to change it.
They're not going to screw brand recognition for whatever purpose. I don't care what rumors are there.
That comes out. A lot of that's being said by people that are wanting to be hyperbolic anyway. So yeah, it's not there will be an X-Men movie. It'll just be, what it is.
Yeah,
hell, they're even talking about using X-Force as a movie title or a show title eventually. So.
What about X Factor? They could probably use the X Factor too.
Dude, X Factor, a good actual X Factor movie would be freaking amazing.
I love that whole run.
I love it from start to finish and all the different permutations of the team. So I just hope we don't get a Wolverine as the head of everything again.
Oh God,
I love Wolverine as much as the next person, but I don't want him to be the 4 of the movie again.
Well, you know what? See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're going to see a full X-Men team for a very long time. I think they're going to gradually just introduce the X-Men characters in other movies, and eventually they'll come together. They'll do it slow. You're lucky to see the X-Men team get together like 10 years from now.
That's possible. I'm saying 5 to 8 years from now we'll see a full X-Men team, but they are probably going to. I mean, they've already started doing it with Kamala Khan in the MCU as a mutant, so.
Yep.
They've already started adding mutants.
And what you seen freaking Beast, spoiler alert, in the Marvels.
And then Beast in the Marvels, and of course Xavier and Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
Yep.
And Elizabeth Olsen has already said she would like to work with an Ian McKellen version of Magneto.
I'd like to work with Elizabeth Olsen.
I like Michael Fairbender as
Most people would like to, Joe. Most of us would like to.
Yeah.
That is if she's not as crazy as her older twin sisters.
This last week we have been hit with a multitude of trailers from Godzilla X Kong to
That Fallout
House of Dragons 2, Fallout.
Fallout was a crazy trailer, man.
Why does it like the Red Skull?
What?
The Red Skull.
You know, we have television shows that are going to be amazing, and a movie that looks to be fun.
Listen,
you know, I see people complaining that, oh, Godzilla looks stupid in this. He's not being serious. I'm like, did you not see Godzilla fly on his tail?
Listen, he's
in the
70s. Look, he's evolving, so he's gonna have new powers. And I love the fact that Kong has a Infinity Gauntlet on his.
Oh, jeez.
But
that's the only thing I had a problem with.
Okay.
But they smart enough to build tech? What the hell?
My brothers in Christ. Let me make this very clear. All of the people that are complaining about this new legendary version of the monster movies, we're talking about an atomic lizard and a monkey with a power glove. Okay? We've gone way past reality a long time ago.
Well, I enjoy the movies. I
love the monster. I'm a Godzilla fan through and through. But I'm telling you, but the funny thing is that if you watch the trailer, he has the thing later on. In the beginning, it doesn't have maybe Monarch made the glove for him. Maybe he broke his hand, and they gave him something to because
that's possible.
I already solved the mystery of this movie already. So
wait, hold on.
Mystery in it?
Yeah. So the mystery of this movie is they're fighting this other like orangutan gorilla that they're fighting that is the antagonist in this, which turns out to be female. So she's mad at Kong for not paying child support for his child, and that's why
she breaks his hand. She breaks his hand, and he's first to.
Oh my god!
So that's why they're fighting. So the orangutan Kong is Kong's wife, and the baby that's in it is Kong's baby that he didn't pay child support for. That's why. There you go.
I have not seen. Has anybody
Kingdom
seen
of Nerds? Hold on one second. Kingdom of Nerds does not endorse, back, or believe anything that Dom says ever, and you shouldn't either.
That's the movie I want. I want to see that movie.
I want to see that movie too.
I want to see that movie. You got me sold, Dom. I'm sold. That's a movie that gets me back in theaters.
Godzilla. I think Godzilla's badass, man. I like the purple. I wonder what kind of power that is.
It's pink, but yeah, I like it. It looks cool. I mean, it's probably like a new power-up power or something like that. I mean, it looks good. Of course, I've always been a Mothra fan, so
really,
I got what I wanted.
Look.
It's funny. People were saying that this Godzilla was Barbenheimer as a monster.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you this. If you're
Atomic Barbie.
If you're a Godzilla fan now,
yes,
you're eating good with the Monarch series.
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla. You have the -1, and apparently the new animated Godzilla show is coming on soon. They're working on that. There's a lot of MonsterVerse stuff, and I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for Gamera to come.
Oh God! Please do not mention the Godzilla animated series on Netflix or the Gamera animated series on Netflix. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know who they got to do the art, but it was trash.
It was
straight trash. I thought it was.
What about the Kong anime series?
I haven't watched it yet.
I'm definitely fascinated. Like, I want to know how Monarch connects to the rest of this. I haven't gotten to see Monarch yet, but I want to know how it all connects.
Well, we're going to get some
nice universe building.
We're going to get some kind of origin story in this movie, so we'll find out the maybe Godzilla's origin, maybe Kong's origin with his people. You know?
I like the teaser trailer for this that came out a little while ago. I want to know who the ape on the throne is. Is that Kong or is that somebody else?
No, that's
No,
the
that was
orangutan.
the orangutan, the red
Okay.
orangutan.
The spark. It's
And
saying
then
Kong
people
Spark.
calling that little ape
Dr.
Godzilla Kong's son, but it's not. That's the orangutan son because he has red fur just like the king orangutan or whatever.
Kong Jr.
What's this? Joe lives in Appalachia and risks SVU souls to see movies. What?
I am sharpening my knife as we sit here and talk right now.
I'm actually intrigued. I want to see this.
Stay away from my sheep.
You know, they're saying that that the
and I do live in Appalachia, so yes.
the evil Kong is not the major enemy. There's another monster that's in this that's supposed to be in this. We might be seeing maybe Space Godzilla or something like that. We're talking about.
Yeah,
Space Godzilla in the middle of the center of the Earth.
Well, we don't know. Like we don't know what's going on.
Space Godzilla, no Space Godzilla.
It's gonna be Office Space Godzilla.
Space Godzilla. You watched the movie Godzilla vs. Space
I love
Godzilla?
Space Godzilla.
Okay,
I love Space
but they're
Godzilla.
saying that could be Space Godzilla.
I don't know. Did you guys watch House of Dragons trailer?
I loved that trailer. I loved that.
Yeah,
that trailer,
was amazing. It was.
But then again,
I love the first season of the show.
I'm so happy for a Targaryen civil war.
Oh yeah, did you read the book Fire and Blood?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a chance.
Dude, that story is. There's so much more to that story, but that story is amazing. You'll actually see the demise of dragons eventually. One of the future seasons.
You know, and Fallout, the trailer, I thought it looked a little lacking with special effects, but people seem to like it. Thought it was
looked good. It looked good, but there's people, screaming, "Oh, it's gonna be woke! It's gonna be woke!" I'm like, this just proves you didn't play the Fallout games. There's a lot of progressivism in the Fallout games.
I seen someone calling Godzilla woke today. I was like, wait, what?
What? Yeah, he got woken up.
I said it. I said it today.
Okay.
On
Now
Godzilla. I said it today on Instagram that
Godzilla was always political, but it wasn't. It wasn't woke. Not in my opinion.
It's getting so bad. I said that they're just looking for everything that's come out trailer wise is woke this week, from these to Grand Theft Auto. It's just like the grift is dying. By the time this time next year, nobody will be saying woke anymore.
Dude, Grand Theft Auto 6 looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, and speaking of which, make sure I don't have anything. Yes.
Yes. And if the gameplay looks like this trailer, I'm going to be so happy about it.
You go in and I'm like, people calling this woke. I'm like, have they played the other 5 and GT Online?
Oh, somebody was complaining about black folk in this game.
Yes.
And somebody else was like, shh, don't tell them about San Andreas.
Yeah, they were saying ban this game because it has a female protagonist.
Yeah.
And it's gonna decay the morals of today's youth. I'm like, did they not see 5 where the first couple of minutes you're getting a blowjob in a car from a hooker? Like, what?
Does anybody not realize this whole series is kind of decay of culture? Go woke, go broke, whatever.
All right, let's get to the last story tonight, which a little extra. In the beginning of the year, James Gunn said that everything will tie in from video games to TV shows to the movies.
Yep.
This week, he decides to come out and say, actually, DC games aren't required to be canon to the film universe. What?
That doesn't mean, okay, he says not required. That doesn't necessarily mean they won't.
But he said all. And his little statement he gave in the
well, the
beginning
thing
of the
about that
year.
is a lot of the game developers had a problem with what he said about that because nobody wants to try to fit their game stories into some sort of storyline.
That's the dumbest. That'd be the dumbest freaking
Yeah.
thing to make all your games forced around canon. For how long it takes to make a game, all it takes is
Yeah.
one actor to do something stupid, throw off the whole. That'd be ridiculous. James Gunn just needs to shut the fuck up. That's what he needs to do.
Gunny Poo is a liar. I like that dude named Gunny Poo. I've seen it floating around the internet
He just needs to shut up. I talk about if you want to talk about the projects you're working, you want to talk about Superman, great. Talk about Superman. That's something you're working on, something we're excited about. And shut up about everything else.
You know, I know he's used to being on Twitter, and other powerful people on Twitter have got themselves in trouble. And just focus on your work, what you're doing, your day to day. You don't need to sit there and answer every fan, every rumor. It's not worth it.
Look. I like
hate you regardless.
I like how he debunks the scoopers because they're all a bunch of evil humans. But I do admit he does need to pay more attention to what he's doing before, you know.
I mean, I know it takes no time to respond to a tweet, and he's working, he's doing other things. It's not like it's taking him away from his day-to-day job. It's just stupid. He just steps in shit every time he opens his mouth about stuff, and then he walks back stuff. It's just leave it be. Like I said, you want to give a little tease about Superman or an ongoing project that's working, and you want to give a little tease here, that's great. But some of these bigger statements that he makes, it's just too early for him. It's just
it's just amazing that I don't know. For me personally, I think if he would have kept his mouth shut, I think Shazam, Flash, Blue Beetle would have had way better box office this year.
Okay, you can't lay all of that at Gunn's feet, though. A lot of that has to do.
I saw Blue Beetle.
A lot of that has to. Yeah, but that wasn't Gunn's fault. That movie was that movie was almost totally in the bag before Gunn did any reshoots on it.
I'm not blaming it on Gunn.
The problem that Gunn has is because he's still having to deal with the fallout from the previous regime. Okay, trust me, I was stuck in a group on YouTube that this is all they talked about was the WB stuff, and it bored me to tears. But the thing about it is he still is dealing with the outflow from what the previous regime, Hamada and all those psychos, were doing to the DCEU. Okay, if they had just left things alone and not announced Gunn and Safran yet, that might have been okay.
And just left everything they were doing in the background, not announce actors, movie dates, and just let this. You could have announced it freaking December 26th after Aquaman comes out.
They should have just let the last few movies of the old DCEU come out before.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're gonna do Superman when they're doing Superman, they're already doing they have casting, stuff like that. Those things would have been happening. There would have been leaks out. All this shit would have leaked out in weird, screwy ways. They have to in some way get ahead of a narrative at a certain point. They just have to be better about controlling the narrative.
Yeah, I think you're right. Qatar, he announced it way too early. I think he should have waited until the summer at the cons to announce it, and did it live at a con, not a.
Unfortunately, he couldn't do it at the con because he couldn't really talk about it at the cons because of the stupid strikes.
Yep.
No, wasn't when was SDC?
SDCC. It was after the strikes.
Oh, it was after the strikes.
July.
It was like the first week of the strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
they couldn't. He wouldn't have been able to talk about it anyway. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why we're only now getting information on the Superman stuff. That's why after the strike they announced all the.
He can talk about whatever the fuck he wants. He can't talk about the stuff he's writing. Can't talk about acting in something. But as an actor and writer strike, he can talk about whatever the fuck he wants as a producer
As the head of
or
the
an
studio.
executive.
Well, no, that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, as the head of the studio, yes, but
Yeah.
the thing is he couldn't talk about Superman because he was in the middle of writing it, and he's still a member of the Writers Guild as well as being a producer now. So,
yeah. The notion that people don't want to see a movie just because the universe isn't continuing is still frankly baffling. I said the same thing.
I believe that too. Yes.
I had fun. I had fun watching Shazam 2. Was a great movie for me. It was fun. It was funny. The unicorn scene gets me every time.
Look,
Damn it!
I
love that
enjoyed.
scene.
I enjoyed the Flash, even though the CGI was horrible. So
yeah, me too. I've seen it 4 times, 5 times.
The Batman did it exceptionally well. It has no continuity with anything else. It was its own thing. It did fine. It wasn't tied into the Batman. It wasn't tied into.
They could put anybody in that Batman suit and it'll make a ton of money for the studio. It doesn't matter who's in the suit. All right. Next up, please be kind. Please rewind. Some video VHS sales in the. This is my.
Did Joe only see two movies in 2023? Crazy Joe.
Oh, jeez. This is a little shout out to Max. He's been doing the VHS physical media thing, and the first one to do it I've seen this year. Just saying, other people are doing it too, but you know they're not Max. Yeah, Superman the movie, 1983, Beckett 9.0's near mint clamshell sold for $4,250.
What?
Jesus.
I've never seen this movie in a clamshell.
I have.
Back in the day, I did. I haven't seen it in a clamshell in a long time.
And Max probably has it in his basement, bastard.
If you ever lived like in the UK or Australia, they did most movies in the 80s and 90s in clamshells that were VHS. So.
Uh-huh.
And I know you see a lot of movies, Crazy Joe. I was just busting your chops.
Next up, Deadpool VHS from 2016. IGS 9 mint, signed by Ryan Reynolds, sold for $4,320.
Really?
They did a VHS version of Deadpool?
I guess so.
Interesting.
Well, that's cool. Well, when did they really start cutting off VHS altogether?
That was late 90s,
way before
late
Deadpool
90s.
came out.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s, when the first DVDs
early
actually
2000s.
started hitting the market. Yeah.
Because I know
It's 2016, so
I guess they were still releasing them. But I know Max has been collecting a lot of movies that weren't released here, but they were released in Asian countries on VHS.
Oh, it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Oh, okay. Okay.
2016.
I was thinking it would have had to have been a special. Yeah.
So you had to go to San Diego Comic-Con and grab this bad boy, bastards.
oh, wow. And I think
I don't
Ryan
have it-
Reynolds was at San Diego Comic-Con too when it came out.
And it looks like there's two different covers.
This was sold on Heritage. So if you want to go look up the sale, you could go look it up on Heritage.
That's crazy.
The Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 1989.
Freaking
CBC
amazing movie.
9.2.
Yep.
Sold for $1,375.
far better than Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Far better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like this movie.
I liked it too. Maximum Overdrive, 1986.
Yep.
PGC 9.6, sold for $425.
The movie
Like-
that Stephen King did while high on cocaine.
I like this movie because you get the Green
Wouldn't that be all of
Goblin.
them?
Huh?
Wasn't that all his movies?
Well, no, he admitted that with this one in particular that it's so bad because he was on heavy amounts of cocaine at the time.
Is there any other way to be on cocaine?
Yeah, sure.
Well, he joked about Tony Montana amounts of cocaine. Okay.
Oh God. And the last one on
Return of the Swamp Thing.
1989 VGA 80 sold for $144.
Now I like my Adrian
At the
Balboa.
Locklear, front and center.
I like my
I had
Adrian
this one.
Balboa friggin' Swamp Thing.
Not
Hey,
sealed,
Jeffrey.
though. That's sealed?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's not sealed. No,
Okay.
it's not sealed. That's why I got such a little.
White.
Was that Tommy
Doesn't
Lee
look
Holmes?
sealed.
Yeah, no, it says, what did it say up there? Hold on, let me stand up and read it.
Hey, who was in the Swamp
Hollow
Thing?
sticker seal.
Oh, it does have a seal.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It is sealed.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I see
I
it.
mean,
It is. It's
it's-
shrink wrapped. I see it at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Return to Swamp Thing. So
Yeah, it is Return to Swamp Thing. The
Yeah.
first Swamp Thing movie though is pretty good. But then again, I like Howard the Duck, and people tell me I'm crazy. So
I love Howard the Duck,
Howard is great.
but I'm a big Howard the Duck fan. So
I just want to finally see Seth Green's Howard the Duck get his own movie.
they've been pushing Howard the Duck a good bit
A lot in the
past
comics.
couple
I
years.
want to see. I want to
so.
see Howard with Man Thing. We got Man Thing in Werewolf by Night. I want to see Howard and Man Thing together in a movie.
They should.
Here's my favorite Voltaire. Hi, hello everyone. You got to be an asshole to spend 4K for a VHS tape.
What's up, Voltaire?
Yes.
I need to watch Return to the Swamp Thing one day. It should be on Tubi. Everything else is.
Yeah.
Tubi. It's funny. I was watching a meme on Tubi, and it was showing a scene where this woman's in the hospital and she chokes out this security guard, and he's like he has like hair like red like afro, nice little afro. They show him later on he has dreads, and then they go back and it's a half afro again. It's like they put the wrong.
It's
Dude,
also it's also
Wonderful
free
acting.
on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You know,
It's on Tubi, Pluto, and Plex, and it's free on YouTube. So
Freaking goddamn Tubi.
next up we have I really need to update that. Welcome to Timeless Films, where we pick a movie and that we liked and we loved. And this week, we start our holiday movies. And I asked the guys to pick their favorite Christmas Carol. So, Red and Jedi aren't here at the moment, so I guess somebody will talk up their movie. First up, we have Nightmare Before Christmas, directed by Henry Selick, released in 1983, and Red's favorite song is Wham! Last Christmas. I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas. I've seen some of it. I didn't watch it all.
Watch it. Come on.
dude,
Jack Skellington asked you, please.
for the 10-year anniversary for the 10-year anniversary of this movie in 2003, they did they reissued the soundtrack for the movie with a bunch of like rock bands at the time doing the music, and Marilyn Manson did a version of the
What
Jack
is this?
the Pumpkin
Yeah,
King song.
I know what you're talking about.
Pumpkin.
I heard it. I just can't remember the song that Marilyn Manson did, but it was badass. The soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that reissued soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something about the stop motion that I don't know. I know. I didn't connect with the songs. I'm like, eh. Next up,
Maybe it did connect with you, Brucifer.
Who doesn't love
I connect with everyone. Next up, we have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, directed by John Hughes, stars Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, released in 1989. And Dom's favorite song is Winter Wonderland.
Bing Crosby. You know, yeah, because my mom and dad just play that all the damn time on Christmas. Walking in and Winter Wonderland. I just loved, I just love the music. So all those old Christmas tunes that
I love Bing Crosby, even though in real life he was a complete son of a bitch.
exactly
evil motherfucker, but
yeah,
great singer though.
He was a great singer.
Holiday Inn's a great movie.
And plus, like growing up, all the music. They had Christmas songs for everything. Johnny Mathis. You had freaking Bing Crosby. You had Dean Martin. Everybody had a Christmas album. The Christmas album is the big thing. But National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, it is a classic. It's kind of funny. Every Christmas, my sister-in-law, my brother, watch this movie, and they're always calling me and with laughs and they texting me and showing me scenes from the movie. I love it. It's just
I love this.
It's a fun movie. The squirrel jumping out of the tree and the friggin' dog going after it. It's just
nobody does kind of those family dynamics better than John Hughes.
So. Exactly. And friggin' what's the name? Dreyfus. She her boyfriend in the house next door. They kept putting the lights on and good.
Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah.
Hey, as for what's being talked about in the chat, did you know
I shouldn't have highlighted that.
Did you know that it falls off after they use it and it regrows? Just so you know. The more you know.
Talk about safe sex.
What's
the can you say that again? Wait, what? What falls off?
Okay. I was raised on a ranch. I know a lot about livestock. Male ducks, after they've mated, every year they lose their penis, and then they grow it back.
And that's one to grow on.
Literally, it's one to grow on.
Hopefully, it grows back. Yeah,
it does.
What's the picture behind all the words?
Where?
That is
that's Rutger Hauer from
that's Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner.
It's Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Roy Batty. Roy Batty was the name of the character.
Yeah, I just really
one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever.
Definitely.
I was there.
I want to put this on soon. I want to watch it and send picture frames for this to my brother and sister-in-law. They do it.
Yeah, I got to change that background for the holiday.
Why everyone loves Wrecker.
Gremlins. Directed by Joe Dante. Stars Zach Galligan, Phoebe Cates, Hoyt Axton, Polly Holiday, Francis Lee McCain, with Howie Mandel as the voice of Gizmo. Released in 1984. And the song is The Hives and Cyndi Lauper, A Christmas Duel.
Dude, I never forget that story Phoebe Cates tells about her dad dying.
It is the darkest story in the middle of that movie.
And it's like, it's like, okay, the movie's fun, it's great, little monsters, and all of a sudden, boom, horrible story.
I said, this is my pick. This is my favorite Christmas time movie to watch.
Mine too.
It's perfect in pretty much every way. It's a great movie because you don't really give two shits about the main character. You just care about everybody else. Yeah, you care about Gizmo. You care about Phoebe Cates. Yeah,
Billy's kind of a tool, to be honest.
He is.
Nobody really cares about Billy. The father is hilarious. Everybody,
dude, the father's
grew
hilarious.
Up knowing somebody who had a father that was like that.
Mr. Wing was hilarious. The old Chinese guy, Mr. Wing, he was hilarious. Gizmo himself is hilarious, but nobody cares about Billy.
Nobody cares about Billy.
And I mean, I love Phoebe Cates.
I think he was funny. He was better in the second one.
He was better in the second one. No, the character that I love the most is Mr. Futterman.
The bar scene is still one of my favorite scenes in all the movies. I could watch it and it still makes me laugh to this day.
Yeah,
and has since I was a kid. They did a great job, really going above and beyond to make sure that all of the Gremlins had kind of a unique character to them.
Yeah,
it wasn't just let's have two that have a personality and throw a bunch that just all look the same. They did a really great job.
The one with the ski mask on and the pistol.
The flasher, and
then you had the one in the trench coat, the flasher.
Yeah, it was just great.
That was great.
They were all fantastic. They had the one as the cigarette girl. It's just good stuff all around. It's
love
just one of those movies that can make me laugh
in the
every
movie
time I
theater
watch
when
it.
they're all singing the
Oh yeah.
Hi ho.
Snow White. Snow White.
Snow White.
Watching Snow White. Yeah. It's a near perfect movie. And for my song, oh sorry, go ahead.
I've never heard of this song. I love Cyndi Lauper, but I've never heard this song.
I would highly, highly recommend. If you've never heard this song, you could look it up on YouTube. It is a ridiculously fantastic. If you like dysfunctional family style Christmas songs, it's a fantastic, fantastic song. It is perfect.
I slept with your sister.
It's perfect. I mean, Cyndi Lauper is fantastic in it, and yes, it's a great song. Yes, it is very inappropriate. I wouldn't,
Okay, I've got to look this one up now.
But
I've got to look this one up now.
It's really good. Listen to it. Yeah, really.
But it's a great fucking song all around.
Great film. Great picks. Next up, A Christmas Story, directed by Bob Clark, Melinda Dillon, Darren McGavin, Peter Bingsley, and song is Mele Kalikimaka.
Kalikimaka.
Yeah.
Yes.
By Bing Crosby and the Andrews sisters. Jedi's picks. Everybody's seen Christmas Story. They played every year.
I would hope so.
That is an awesome movie. And they made a sequel to it recently.
Well, no, they made a third movie because the sequel to it was awful.
Yep.
Because they made a sequel relatively soon after that was awful.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
But no, the most recent version that they put out was interesting.
They actually tried to bring back most of the cast for the one they did recently, and it was awful. But the original was the original. There's a certain magic to
Black Christmas,
the original Christmas Story.
Red Ryder BB gun.
A little side note: the kid is a director. He actually directed this couples retreat, and he helped Jon Favreau with Iron Man.
Yep.
Oh, really?
So
I didn't know that.
He's in couples retreat too, isn't he? He's in one of
a scene in the air.
Yeah.
But he works. He worked underneath Jon Favreau, so he actually worked on the Iron Man movie, which is kind of cool. Think about it.
Wow.
I didn't know that until like later on. But
yeah, I like to think that Darren McGavin's character in this is what drove him to become Kolchak.
Yeah, Peter Billingsley, the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, the Darren McGavin is fantastic in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
classic. You don't watch it. He puts his tongue in the pole. He can't get up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it connects. Like, I try to get my kids to watch it, and they don't really get. I mean, this is my parents' generation, in terms of that time period. Not the movie when it came out, but the time it's capturing. So it's just something I always watch with my dad.
Dude, this guy was co-producer and executive producer on so much.
Yep.
And I love this song. It was the first time I heard it today. I've never heard this song before today.
Really? They play it in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize it.
Yeah, when he's dreaming about the pool.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he's dreaming about the pool.
Yep.
Oh wow, he was executive producer on the show F is for Family, that had what's that comedian's name was the main character? I always forget his name. Was in The Mandalorian. Bald guy.
Said bald guy?
Bar? Freaking
not Raymond Burr.
No, Burr.
Bill Burr. Bill Burr.
Will Burr.
Yeah,
Great
Bill
choice. Great choice, Jedi. Before I move on, please hit that like button. If you're watching for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Tell everyone you know about this channel. We try to have good content every week for you guys. And next up, we have The Year Without Santa Claus, directed by William Keenan. Stars Shirley Booth, Mickey Rooney, Dick Shawn, and George Irving, released in 1974. And favorite song is Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano. Sticks, take it away.
So, there's a lot of great Christmas movies, but for me, there's only one real good Christmas special, and that's this one. I love this one for the twins, Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I picked this one. This is a good classic. A lot of these Rankin Bass ones, they're classic Christmas movies or shows. You have to watch every year. I mean, they're always on. So
I haven't watched it. I haven't seen this in so long.
Yeah.
And you got Mickey Rooney. You got Mickey Rooney doing voice. You can't go wrong with Mickey Rooney.
He was a box office draw from 1939 to 1940.
Spanning 2 decades.
Spanning 2 decades.
Thank you for the time tunnel, Sticks.
Still a classic. Still a classic sort of story, though. Yes,
Yeah.
and there were more than Christmas Story was the third movie. I know that series, but a lot of them were made for TV. So,
Mhm.
the Ralphie Parker movies, a lot of them were made for TV.
Right.
I
There
think
is
there's
a
only
sequel too, but
I think there's only 3 of them that were theatrical out of the 8.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And your song, Sticks?
yeah, Feliz Navidad. I mean, it's a great song to listen to during the holiday season. You know, it's got a good beat to it. It's got something you can really sing to.
Yeah.
It's not a traditional Christmas movie to say because not. I mean, first off, it's not in English, so for the most part.
Well, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I like
So
listening to
I always
people
keep it on
pretend they can speak Spanish and they
Yeah.
kind of mumble the Spanish
Exactly.
part all the time.
I know.
It's always
Es mi cumpleaños de felicidad.
Yeah. Yeah, don't say it
What I
backwards or
just-
something like that. You might say something else wrong, you know.
Knowing
You want my mother
Spanish,
to what?
knowing Spanish like I do, I can actually sing that and make it make sense.
Great. What is Voltaire saying? On Howard Stern, they changed Feliz Navidad to Release Robin's Bra.
Oh God.
Release Robin's Bar. Release Robin's
Release Robin's Bra.
One doesn't want those sweater puppies to get loose.
God damn you, Voltaire. Now, this is going to be in my head the rest of the night. Damn you. And the final movie for Timeless, not Pearl Harbor. It's A White Christmas, directed by Michael Curtis, starring Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney, and Vera Ellen, released in 1942.
Yeah.
This by far is my favorite movie of all time.
and
to
it's
watch.
not
I
Pearl.
love-
It's not Pearl Harbor.
I know.
Is this the reason the Japanese bombed us for White Christmas?
Yes,
Right?
it is.
Friend.
I think Jedi would have a problem with this.
You think? It's, let me fix this. Hold up. God damn it.
You need to fix it.
I need to fix it. Because if I don't fix it, I'll get razzed for it later. This is what happened when Red is not in the show. Something slips by.
And I was gonna say earlier, if you play Bing Crosby songs backwards, you can literally hear him hitting his kids.
What? Did you just say that?
Bing Crosby was an asshole, man. He was.
He was an
Forget that
When
one
you-
father.
Did you see how many of us had Bing Crosby songs that he was his voice, his sound for that time of year is always the best.
I'm dreaming of a white
Those
Christmas,
guys.
Hey, bro.
just like the ones I used to know.
Now sing that while crying.
What was that? What was that? In Living Color, or was it SNL? Christmas album? Was I'm dreaming of a white woman?
That was in Living Color.
That was in Living Color.
Yeah, it was in Living Color.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
This movie, this song, the cast, Danny Kaye is was an amazing
I like Danny
actor. Rosemary
I love Danny
Clooney just stole the show. And
It's
very elegant there, too.
hilarious. It's
so
hilarious
funny.
how he acted so much differently than he was in real life.
Yep.
I mean, the other guys, when
Well,
they say he
yeah.
was a horrible fucking person, they're not wrong. Okay. And he, but all of the characters that he played, I mean, he lied really good. Let me just say that.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
he lied
Acting.
Crazy Joe, I think White Christmas popular at Trump Valley. God damn you.
Boy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, Paulie Walnuts! Paulie Walnuts! Yes!
Ah,
Hey, Dom,
Oh,
it's
God.
Uncle Paulie. It's Uncle Paulie.
Uncle Paulie. But
You know, that man,
I can
that
listen
man
to I can
that
listen to
man was
Bing
actually a real
Crosby's
gangster.
voice all day during the holidays. It's
You know what
insane
sucks?
how
I
good his
just think,
voice was.
that they're I believe that phasing out, like the Christmas music and a lot of the songs that they used to have, and
What?
the Christmas itself. There's places I don't even put Christmas trees up anymore. Like my job, they're putting up bullshit sculptures and not putting a tree up. I'm like, how do you not put a tree up? It's Christmas time. Christmas. This is not. There are other places around the world that put trees up. You could put a fucking tree up.
Did you see the
I didn't-
national?
I didn't think I would
national
have
tree?
to do this tonight, but you almost made it through the whole show without me playing that. That always cheers them up and cuts them over. at the
Oh
same
my
time.
god! Oh, you're gonna eventually make one of those something similar for me too, Brucifer. I warn you.
All right, that is the end of Timeless, and we get into
To tell you the truth, with all the people wanting me and Dom to be antagonistic towards each other, we're actually pretty close to the same personality-wise. We really are.
Yep. The mob talk with Dom
Mob
is better.
Talk
There you
with Dom is
go.
better.
Yeah.
Look, you want to talk mobsters? Let's go. Let's do
Oh,
that.
jeez.
Hey.
I could talk mob talk.
Yeah, there you
Hey,
go.
hey, my family, my mother's family, we were mobbed up. The whole family, like all of them on that side of family, like all of them. South Jersey mobsters.
Wow.
You guys
Great.
could talk about that on Renovision on Friday.
Yeah.
This is a clean, family, wholesome show here.
He's clean family. Hopefully, talking about good times.
Hey,
times.
hey, we're talking about families important to Italians, right, Dom?
It's a family show. We talk about
Family.
ducks'
There you
dicks
go.
falling off when they have sex.
Why do I feel like that's going to become a thing?
Random pitches.
You
All
guys are
right, let's
talking.
get get us
ducks'
some,
dicks
some
fall
hot
off?
comic book covers that are coming out next week. At number 10,
I sound
We
like
have-
Mark Hamill with a head cold. What the hell?
we have Captain Marvel number 1, second print, the John Tyler Christopher Virgin area.
They've been doing these. They like these negative space now, where they do a regular negative space, and then on the second print they throw some.
That's actually kind of nifty.
It's not. It's not nifty because the first print had a negative space of a solid color in the back.
Yeah.
So all they basically did was swap background and throw a second print out there.
And this
Well,
is
pretty cool.
the first appearance of Yuna Yang that people were clamoring for.
I will have to say this is the first time I've seen this cover, so that's the reason it got the nifty. I mean,
Yeah, I get real tired when they do the second prints like this now, where it's.
But I do like it with
especially
the
like
space.
this.
I like it with the space.
They did the
instead
same
of
thing with the
solid color.
Thanos. Didn't they do the same thing with the Thanos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Negative
think so,
space
yeah.
one. They did a second print with the space behind it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. At number 9, we have DC 'Twas the Might Before Christmas number 1.
that
The
might.
1 in 25 Sawi variant.
I
love
like all
this
these
cover.
covers for this.
So
title.
good.
They're all fun.
This
Bat
deserved
might.
the 1 in 25.
Bat might.
Nobody's gonna. No store's gonna order 25 copies of these, so I'll just scoop them up. I'm away for a few
You
years.
never know. You never know.
Next up at number 8. Oops. We have Sabrina the Teenage Witch Holiday Special number 1. Port City Comics exclusive Zoo variant, limited to 250 copies.
I'm not
Look
into
at little
Sabrina the
Sailor.
Teenage. I'm not into Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but I might have to find that cover because I like it.
Exactly.
That's
Super
an
cover.
amazing
Green
cover.
eyes.
The A cover on this is just great. The open order A cover is fantastic. There's really
Yep.
good covers on this.
Sabrina the Teenage
I like that cover.
It's the cleavage.
Let me
that
kick
gets
your
you.
ass. We say Twas over
Thanos,
here.
not Thanos.
You got Salem down there as Rudolph. It's
You,
fantastic.
Voltaire, you pretentious dick.
I just want to take note with the guy who says I sound like Mark Hamill with a head cold.
Oh, BK, he's been trolling Dom
BK,
for
he
how long?
trolls-
Troll
he
Dom and
trolls- he
Marco for
actually
how
trolls
long?
Marco more than anything else. Not me. Not me.
Look, the problem is
And-
this.
And Lopez. Lopez, he trolls so he's harder than anyone.
Nobody, appreciates a good Joker these days. I mean, come on. Anyway.
Unlike other chats in other communities, my chat isn't toxic. Hey, hello.
No,
Number 7.
I'm enjoying the ribbing. It's okay.
I know. We got Sonic the Hedgehog Winter Jam number 1 and 1 in 25 Thomas variant. I love the snow globe in his head. Pretty cool.
Interesting.
These
Is that a
sometimes
snow
do
globe in his head, or did they just shine his bald head?
Reflecting the skin. Another satisfied costume. At number 6, we have Green Lantern number 6, the Jeff Spoke Santa card stock variant, which
I
is
love it.
Nice
homage to Green Lantern 49.
49. Yeah, it's during the Emerald Twilight storyline, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This was my Instagram because we're doing was it 25 days of DC cover challenge where they a character each day. That cover was my pick for today, actually, if I can find it. Yeah.
Remind me each week, Bruce, to purposely mispronounce Thanos if Voltaire's in the chat.
There it is.
Yeah,
The original cover.
Yeah.
I love this cover.
Dude, a 9.8. Wow.
And a rare variant. Yay. Yeah, I like the candy canes and the bells on his hands. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's fun.
He's even got that deranged look in his eye.
That's the way you do an homage cover.
Dude.
That's what you do, not all these.
I have seen one of the stupidest homage covers I've ever seen is, and I won't go into whose cover it was because I don't want to bring heat, but like he homaged I Spit on Your Grave for one of his Frog comics.
Oh God. Well, I am I got harassed by his community for a few weeks after I
told him
I disagree with him and I left the stream after. Oh, disgusting.
Yeah,
gross. He I don't mind saying his name. Ethan Van Sciver.
Yeah, Ethan Van Sociopath. Yeah, like we were saying. I got into a Twitter beef with him about a year ago, and he wouldn't block me. I kept trying to make him block me. Everything, no matter what I said, he wouldn't block me. And then I told him one day that Comicsgate was a cult. Then he blocked me. Then he got bent out of shape and blocked me.
All right. Next up, number 5, we have Daredevil Gang War number 1 and 1 in 25 Pablo Villalobos variant.
Oh, that's when Elektra was Daredevil, right?
I wanted
this
to love
is recently. This week. Next 2 weeks.
I love Lobos.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to really like this cover, but there's just something about her face in it that just didn't work for me.
She kind of looks like Rosario Dawson when she was younger.
I play a mobile game called Marvel Future Fight, and they actually have this uniform for Elektra, when the Daredevil uniform for Elektra. It's interesting. I think the uniform is interesting. I do agree with the face though. There's something off.
I mean, there's a lot of really good Elektra covers with this outfit, and like I said, I love Lobos. If it was an open order, I'd be like, I'd probably grab it and throw it in the Lobos pile. I don't know if I'll stretch for a 1 in 25 unless it gets really cheap on the secondary.
There haven't been that many 1 in 25 Villalobos recently. What was the last one? I don't remember the last one he did.
Because he was doing the DC stuff for a while.
Yeah, and those were mostly open orders for the Hispanic Heritage Month. Number 4, we have Detective Comics 1079, the Matina Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom cardstock variant.
Dude, that is badass.
I don't like when they tie movies into comics, but this cover is freaking amazing.
Dude, that is badass.
Yeah, Black Manta's great.
Yeah.
I love Black Manta as a character anyway, and that's a badass cover.
That is a winner.
I can't wait to see Aquaman. And we get to the bottom 3 of the list. Tell me if you guys approve, disapprove, because I really don't give a
That's the way it should work.
Number 3, Rogue Sun number 17, the Baravecchia variant.
I love that book so much.
What is this? Oh, okay, who puts this out?
Image. Yeah,
I just love this cover.
I'm gonna have to look into this story because that cover looks awesome.
Well, you have to read what is it? Rogue Sun, Black. What's the freaking name of that comic?
There's a bunch of series that runs through. I just love the cover.
There's a lot of.
I haven't been following it, but
Lucky Dead.
The Dead Lucky series and stuff like I said. This was a pure cover buy for me.
Cover.
Is this like storyline based on demons or?
No. Well, I don't. Well, it's mostly they're superheroes, and one of them inherits the power of his father, and it's really good. They were trying to build like a cohesive.
They have a whole universe around it. Yeah, of characters now and a handful of titles.
I'll have to look into it. It looks interesting.
Sticks, you know the name of that series?
I don't.
I have it in my notes somewhere around here.
The Dead Lucky series or the
the first series.
Radiant Black.
Radiant Black, right. Radiant Red, Rogue Sun, and Dead Lucky.
Okay. This comes off of Radiant Black. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
All right, number 2. Green Lantern, 2 Green Lanterns. Green Lantern number 6, the 1 in 50, Michael Walsh
Which
variant.
Is weird. This is a Green Lantern 1 in 50 variant.
Yes.
And it's not an issue. It's not number 1. It's a number 6.
I love this cover. It reminds me of
that's an
golden age.
Cover. It actually kind of reminds me of Green Lantern Year 1 a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And nobody's ordering 50 copies of Green Lantern number 6, but I will.
Nobody's ordering 25 copies of Green Lantern number 6.
And Green Lantern has been really good, actually.
It has been, but it's.
I can see why. I think somebody dies in this issue. Is it somebody dies in this issue? I think somebody dies this issue. I know he's fighting Sinestro on Earth. This issue. And the number 1 book. Can you guess what it is?
A DC book.
Number 1 book.
Jessica Cruz.
Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night, number 2. The Lyrics League cardstock variant.
Oh, that's cool.
Harley Quinn sitting on tied up Santa's lap.
That's a slight bit BDSM, but yeah, cool.
I love lyrics.
People love. I do love bondage covers. This is one of my. I love so far. The holiday covers that they've. So far, this is the best. I love Harley when she's being bad, naughty. So you like all these covers and you love the Flaming Hot 10, please hit that like button, subscribe. And do you guys have any pickups before we end the show?
Stack.
I have one.
We'll start with your stack, and then I'll be right back.
I moved through
Let's
them.
go.
I moved through them relatively quickly. All
Don't,
right.
don't do quick.
No, there's plenty, so don't worry. Let's see. So we got some Lobos, a little Venomized Black Widow, got some Gun Honey Heat Seeker, some Carla Cone, and some Heat Seeker, some Josh Burns. I just got these in today. Jasmine Darnell, she's one of my favorite artists. Rogue State from Black Mask. We got the Bartel 1 in 10. Some more Barbaric. Then I went a little Batgirl crazy. Just I can't help it. I'm filling runs at this point. I love these Marquez covers. These Batgirls Marquez covers, really nice. More Batgirl. Got some Bilquis, Betty Veronica, some more Bilquis, Sandman, some Hughes, some Sarah Lone, Sumerian, great series, fantastic book. Some more Hughes. And filling up some older Frizen.
Was it Jesus?
Yes, that was Jesus. I love these old revival Frizen covers. They're fantastic. Some more Hughes. Some more Hughes. And then I got yoink. Well, Batman Adventures, Batgirl, just for the Bruce Timm art. I got
Interest, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
9/6.
I used to own that book.
To dovetail my Huntress. Some more Huntress.
Cool.
Different Huntress, but
yeah,
more Huntress.
Awesome, though.
So.
Nice.
Those were my pickups. Did I give you enough time, Bruce, to get back?
Robin.
Yes.
There we go. Perfect.
There we go. You got anything?
Yeah, I got
Jedi? I mean Jedi. Not Jedi.
Yeah, so I picked up a book from Josh. You know, Josh had those international Transformers. One.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
I was able to pick up one of these. That's it. That's really. I think this week I'll actually go to the comic store for the first time in over a month, almost 2 months. I haven't gone. So
Wow.
Pick up Transformers #4 coming out tomorrow. You know.
Nice. You got anything, Sticks?
Yeah, I'll show you what I picked up this week. I had a couple of things come in the mail, but I also went to a Con in Syracuse at the fairgrounds this weekend and picked up a couple things. First, I'll show you what I got in the mail. I got this. I picked up a hulking lot of Doctor Who Target novels.
What are those?
Nice. Doctor Who novels.
Oh, Doctor Who. Okay, cool.
Yeah, your mic is going in and out.
Your mic's going in and out. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, it's my the headset. This headset is it's good to fix. I'll go through the comic books that I got at collection. I'll leave the best ones for last. That I picked up. I picked up a little Kirby.
Nice.
Oh, neat.
I got another Kirby, the Satan 6, still in the poly bag.
Oh, cool.
These are all $1. These are all dollar books. Picked up Duckula.
Count Duckula.
I got 1 through 3 of Last Starfighter.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
I watched it about a year ago. I hadn't watched it for a while.
I have it on 4K somewhere.
I already have issue 1, so I picked up issue 2 and 3 of the original Dune series.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Picked up some, not the Avengers you're thinking of, but I got some Steed and Peel.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
The British Avengers.
Yep. I used to watch that late at night.
Oh, I loved it.
Come on, the Avenger was really good.
Like I said, I lived in the UK, so I grew up on that stuff.
Ooh. Nice covers.
Great condition. I got it.
Cool.
Picked up some Skeleton Warrior.
Oh, awesome.
Don't see these too often, so if I had them, again, a couple pieces, I grabbed them.
Nice. Looks like Wolverine with a gun.
Yeah.
And then this one guy had, he had a lot of good stuff, but I picked this out of there. For $1, I got the very rare issue 9 of Battle of the Planet.
Oh, nice.
I love that.
Cool.
That's about an $80 bill for
Awesome.
Nice.
That's a good pull.
Awesome.
The card wasn't too bad. There's a lot of sports cards there, which I knew going in anyways, but
It's worth it for that Battle of the Planets.
Yeah. All right. That's what I got.
Nice. All right. I guess I'll go. Well, since you said Battle of the Planets, I have the whole original Japanese series.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Oh, hey, Christopher. After you do yours, I can talk about what I picked up, but my camera's out right now, so I can't show y'all. But I can talk about what I picked up this week.
Right. I got this is Detective 1075, the 1 in 25, Solomon Grundy.
That's awesome.
You gonna get them all? You gonna get all the wanted posters?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got 1078 Wanted with Cassandra Cain.
Oh, cool.
That girl.
How many of those wanted posters are there?
So far there's 4 already. I had which one was I forgot which one. I think one was Batman. 1076. I have is Azrael. These covers are great. Nobody's buying it except for me. And then we have Free Comic Book Day, New 52.
Oh, cool.
It's the first appearance of Baz, the Muslim, Muslim Green Lantern. I have Sketch, Battle for the Cow. I love this cover. Green Lantern 55 I picked up with Lobo.
Awesome.
Little Star Wars High Republic Adventures.
Yeah, that annual's always a good one to get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Little hip hop Spider-Gwen.
Oh, cool.
Little Static. I try to pick these up every time I see them.
Yeah, might as well. I can't believe those are as cheap as they are.
It's ridiculous. Nova number 1 with Sam Alexander. A Wolverine 88. The first time meeting Deadpool.
Which version is that? Isn't there like 7 different possible variants on that book?
Possibly. It's just a regular direct.
Variations.
Yeah, there's the newsstand, there's a newsstand deluxe, there's
a Captain N number 1 from Valiant.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Those came down in price quite a bit. There was a time where those things were pricey.
Very pricey. And there we go. What you were saying, Dave? What do you have?
Yeah. So right now, before anybody asks, my camera's I have to buy a new camera, so I can't show anything. But I picked up the Legion Quest Omnibus for
Ooh.
X-Men, and I picked up the Age of Apocalypse. There's like 3 of them. It's the whole story of Age of Apocalypse with X-Men Omega and X-Men Alpha and X-Men Omega included with them. And I picked up the first 3 issues of Creepshow finally. The more recent Creepshow run. And that's pretty much all I got this week.
Did you get the connecting covers or just the open order?
The connecting covers.
Yeah, it's a cool connecting set. That's the artwork on that is fantastic.
Now I'm hunting currently. I'm hunting for some of the trying to hide Sailor Moon love with Gatchaman. I'm hunting down some of the original Tales from the Crypt comics if I can get my hands on them. I've got a couple of roads to get a few of those. So if I get those, I'll let you guys know.
And I don't hide my Sailor Moon love. I just gave away my Sailor Moon Monopoly to the little girl next door. Damn it.
Oh,
that was nice.
He gave it away to a kiddo.
Yeah. My father's being a dick to her.
I dated a girl in high school that was obsessed with Sailor Moon. She actually dressed like Sailor Moon a lot of times coming to school.
I'm guessing she was very popular.
Yeah. Her and her little clique of Sailor Scouts.
All right, I think this is a good time to end the show. Thank you everyone for showing up, hanging out. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe if you're watching for the first time. I will be back Monday night for Monday Madness. Joe, Dom, and Sticks will be on Get Off My Lawn with Jedi on Friday at 9:30, right after the CBSI official top 10.
Red Sonja Spotlight on Friday.
And Fade can be seen on Sundays on the Tell to the Dark Side show with Marco, Wayseeker,
and Dom.
Yep. So have a good night, everyone. Thank you for popping in. Have a good weekend if I don't see you.
Peace.